So, welcome to your live training. I'm going to cover 5 mindset issues that could be holding you back from really stepping into your next level in your creative or spiritual business. And, it's Sunday afternoon here in Los Angeles. If you are watching live, I really appreciate if you give me a little heart, if you let me know where you're watching from. All of those things just helps with the engagement and helps people to be able to find these videos, especially if you are so generous to like leave a comment or something like that. So I think you're going to really enjoy this training. These mindset issues or mistakes are things that I see people struggling with again and again as they're really trying to kind of break through to the next level, push through to the next level in their spiritual or creative practice. So the first one that really comes through for me that I see a lot is people holding back from investing in themselves. Now, I've had a complete 180 and a complete shift. I've been investing in myself in the online space for about 5 years. So if you rewind 5 years ago, 2018, I didn't know how to create online courses. And I knew that that was something I really wanted to learn how to do. So I invested in a program to learn how to create a really great, a really solid online course. I invested in courses learning how to launch my programs because at the end of creating the course, I realized I didn't really know how to launch. I already had a pretty good audience over on Instagram. I had over 1,000 followers there, but I didn't have any idea how to sell or how to launch my course. And so again, I invested in learning that. I invested in even honing my offer and really narrowing my offer. So there's a lot of different things that I've invested in over the course of 5 years to grow my business. Masterminds, um, mentorship. And what I do now, the practice that I have now is I really ask myself, does it feel fun? Does it feel light? Is it something that I would want to do since I basically feel like I already have all the strategies and I'm aware of all the different strategies out there? Now I invest in containers that light me up, that give me that spark, and that I just know in my gut. So, talking about intuition and inner guidance, following that intuition, following that inner guidance, things that I know in my gut that I just are like a yes. And if it's a yes, then I find a way to make that investment happen. Whether that means, putting a new offer out there, generating the income to cover the investment that I want to have. I actually love to, and you could do this too as a practice. Actually love to create a list of all the things that I dream of investing in for my business. So around age 30, I made a decision that before I invested in like stocks and like more traditional investments, I was going to put the focus, and that was a decade ago, put the focus on investing in my business. And this has helped me to grow a 6-figure creative and spiritual practice. So invest in yourself. It's never too late. And the payoffs, outside of the self-development and the breakthroughs that you'll have the breakthroughs in your business as well. I remember one course creation project that I invested in. I made $62,000 off a single post that I learned how to do inside of that program. So, this is why I'm passionate about helping other creative and spiritual entrepreneurs, new earth leaders, mystic CEOs, visionaries, people who are really here to shift and change the consciousness of the planet, creating the offers and the programs that they're super excited about. So, number one, something that's holding you back is if you hesitate to invest, if you're doing this with the investing, like you're never taking action, you're never moving forward and investing in yourself. You're always questioning, if I invest, will I get that? When you have that tension and that friction, then it stops you actually, and it stops your momentum and it holds you back from growing the life and the business of your dreams. So if you feel in your gut that you want to say yes to something, say yes. And the second part of this, there's like 2 parts, is are there any places in your business that you could have somebody else do it? Like, is there something that you're not hiring somebody for? Or like, this is a conversation we're having in our mastermind. Is there something you maybe need an intern or somebody to help you or an assistant? Or do you need to go on Fiverr and get somebody to help you rebuild your website? Then it's like the more that you're stopping yourself from saying yes to those things that are really going to get the ball rolling. During the pandemic, I paid an assistant for 2 years straight to help me grow my business and to do little administrative tasks that I no longer wanted to do. And that made total sense because it helped me to free up my time so that I could do CEO level tasks. So if this is resonating with you, give me a heart, give me a like. The second thing that is a mindset issue that is holding you back from your next level is not taking the aligned actions. So if you're having trouble getting tuned into your inner guidance, you're having trouble to know what you want to do next, the common mistakes or issues that I see are analysis paralysis. This is one that has come up for me. So I'm speaking from a place of embodied truth. Overthinking, thinking, spending so much time in our heads, not enough time in our bodies. We become stuck in our mind, and then we can't tune into that solar plexus chakra, that guidance, that gut knowing what we want to do next. So how do we get out of our head? We have to get out of our head so that we can start to take aligned actions and really act from that place of heart space and that heart-centered alignment. So I work a lot with my clients on that, and that is how they create some of their most fulfilling, most magical, best-selling offers. So your best seller is in the spirit space. It's in the spirit zone, and it's ready to come through when you are ready to align with your embodied truth. You're ready to be in your heart and making decisions from that space. I help my clients to do that. Number three, this is one that will hold you back and hold you back and hold you back. And it's not serving anyone. So I really need to share it. The one that will keep you at the same level for a really long time. And I laugh because I look back at what I used to charge for some of my containers and some of my programs. And this is the first mastermind I ran. I became extremely burned out because I was undercharging for the work. So when you're overgiving and you're undercharging, whether that be for your privates, whether that be for your one-on-ones, whether that be for your mastermind programs, you will constantly be in this cycle of feeling malnourished, unnourished, because the money's not coming in, it's not flowing in, and you're not allowing yourself, you're not open up to that feminine receiving. You're likely stuck in the masculine, in the doing, and then you're over giving to your clients. What happens, and I should say about over giving, I'm very generous to my clients. I actually believe in this like abundant, like generosity. But what I guess I mean about over giving is when the giving and the receiving is not in balance. And so you're undercharging for your work, and then you're not able to be nourished. And what happens is then you actually have less to give. So I should say it that way. You have less to give because you yourself are not acting from a place of soul alignment, and you haven't nourished the roots, the foundation of your business. So, one thing that I like to do in the aligned abundance sessions that I share with my clients is I like to check in and I like to look at their offers. And we need to see, does this really make sense? Is this helping your business to grow? And are you charging? Now, this is an interesting thing about the way that we charge. When we undercharge or when we don't charge enough, the clients actually don't get the results. And I can tell you that 5 years ago, when I started out in this online space, I heard this, but I didn't really believe it. I didn't know it to be true. Now I know it to be true. I had people pay for my course and never do it. I had people pay for my program and never show up. The problem is when they're not invested, they're not the people that are going to take the big action, and they're not the people that are going to go after those big results. So when we invest more, it's like a house. When I invest in my property, like maybe you guys know that I fixed up properties in my 20s and mid 30s, and built $1 million property portfolio. When I invest, I show up and I do the work. And so by charging properly, you're actually doing something, you're doing a service to your clients because you're making sure that you're attracting the clients that are going to get the best results. Okay, number 4. I hope you're liking these. I don't know how many people are on today. It is, thank you for the heart. I don't know how many people are on today watching because it's Sunday afternoon. I don't see any comments. If you're able to comment, if you're able to say hi to me, I'm on number 4, mindset mistakes that are holding you back from growing a 6-figure and multi-6-figure business. So, number 4, and this is a huge one, and I think it might resonate with some of you. Spending too much time on social media. Now, building your business, I honestly have to say, all my signature workshops I built them online and offline, but I took time off social media. Now, I like to use social media as a sacred space, as a tool, as my place to show up authentically and to find and interact with those aligned clients, those soulmate clients, and those other conscious leaders that resonate with my message and I resonate with their message. I know that they're here to make a big impact in the world. But what can happen is when you start consuming on social media and you're not structured about the amount of time that you're spending, number one, it's like Netflix. It starts to like take away your time and you start to lose that potency in your message. So what you need to do is a mindset shift, and you want to shift into being the creator and not the consumer. So back in 2014, when I started building out my conscious fashion brand and my creative wellness workshops, working in the wellness space and the space of creativity, I was the creator, not the consumer. And so that's a mindset shift. Doesn't mean you don't follow people that you really find valuable and you don't watch trainings that are helpful, but you're conscious and you are strategic about the time that you're spending on social media. And this goes really double for spiritual business owners, for healers, for people that are empathic, people that are intuitive, and people that have a laser potent message. We dilute our message when we are consuming too much. And then we get confused and we get stuck in that overthinking. And we're like, wait, what's my message? I don't even know what it is anymore. It's like you're having a lack of clarity because of that. So that's why I like to use morning rituals. I like to use special content writing strategies that I share in my mastermind to help people write the most potent content that attracts and aligns with their soulmate clients, people who are going to really benefit from their programs and their courses. And last but not least, number 5, which is a bit of a strategic shift, but it's also a mindset shift. You're stuck trading time for money. And what I mean by this is this might look like being stuck in one-on-one practice. I've seen a lot of people get stuck in that where they're just stuck in one-on-ones. And it's like, I've been doing courses and programs for 5 or 6 years now because it frees up, in workshops, because it frees up a ton of your time. When you're not going one-to-one, but you're starting to go one to group or one to many, then you can start to scale your business. So it's completely understandable if you're still getting your first clients and you need to know how to do that. Absolutely. But you don't want to stay in that mode of operation for a very long time because you will again be feeling like you give, give, give. You have to show up. You can't get sick. You can't take a sick day like I just did. I had to take 2 because my family's sick. You start feeling like you are not nourished. You can't be off. You can't have a day off because you are still trading time for money. So this part of the mental shift is very subtle, but it's very powerful. When you start to expand, when you start to think expansion and growth and exponential growth, you start to think bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, how can I really expand and explode my business? One of my e-courses was distributed to 250 sites all across the US. I reached 1,000 people that year, 1,000 clients with my work, with my course. So once you start to blow up your business, you start to really manifest differently because you're not stuck in this little box anymore. So I work with the visionary leaders that are ready not to be trading time for money, not to be stuck in the little box anymore where they can't grow and they can't scale and they can't be nourished. All right. So I hope you enjoyed these mindset shifts. Drop in the comment the one that's like that really resonates with you, the one that really spoke to you, or maybe there were two or three that even spoke to you that you're like, yes, this is how I'm going to grow a six-figure and multi-six-figure business. And inside of the mastermind that just started Ascend, I'm letting women jump in this week because now is the time. I know January like started off kind of slow and we had the holidays. A lot of people are still hibernating because there's a cold freeze across the US. And maybe in other countries too. I was just with someone in England this morning and it's like raining cold there as well. When you are ready to expand your conscious business, to step out of the overthinking, you're ready to invest, you're ready to start charging charging the right price for your work and not spending all your time on social media, but really embodying your truth and sharing your super potent message, then you're ready for Ascend. You're ready to expand your conscious business. You're ready to create your best-selling offers, courses, programs, and workshops that can actually scale and grow your business. And you're ready to really start to manifest your dream life. And that's the energetic part that makes my container so unique and so exciting. And this is something I looked for and looked for until I found a coach that was like this. And now I'm the coach that's like this. I work on the energetic side with you as well, because the spirit side, maybe you're trying all the strategies and it's like still not working. Usually, I'm able to really quickly identify with my clients from an energetic perspective. And this is like my intuitive side and my Reiki healer side. What is missing? Where is that spark not connecting? And once it starts connecting, then you start waking up motivated, aligned, inspired. So if you know this is for you and you would like to hop into the mastermind, which is a 12-week program, we're 1 week in, but you can totally catch up. 12-week, 3-month long program that goes until mid-April to really accelerate your business growth for the next 3 months and have consistent accountability and support for the energetic side and the strategic side, send me a DM and I'm happy to share that with you. And thanks for hopping on live with me. If you're here live, I always love to spend time with you. And I hope you like this training. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, rest of your Sunday evening, rest of your afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. And I'll talk to you soon.